Good morning. It's September 19th, 10 o'clock. All three county commissioners are here. I ask you rise for a moment of silent meditation and a pledge to the flag. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning, everyone. We're now going to have consents and approvals.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We have 25 exonerations for $4,037.67. Vouchers for general county fund, $342,452.15. Coal severance, $155.82. 911, $10,938.55. Mason-Dixon Park, $771.39. Assessor's valuation, $5,172.95. Purchasing card vouchers, general county fund, $25,226.41. 911, $10,656.52. And assessor's valuation, $96.49, for a voucher total of $395,470.28. We have budget revisions that require state approval in general fund, one for the assessor's office, one for courthouse, and one for law enforcement. Position vacancies for boards and authorities: the Western Board of Zoning Appeals, the Mon County Planning Commission, the Mon County Development Authority, Mon County Building Commission, Camp Muffley Advisory Board, and the Mason-Dixon Historical Park Advisory Board. Registry orders for September 19th, 2018.
Move for approval.
Second.
Properly moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes. Great.
Thank you.
Great. All right. Introduction of new employees. We're very excited about this. Jeff? Oh, okay. Well,
Whoever you want.
well, I have Jeff first, so I apologize. And then we'll be excited for you too. I didn't know there was two, so I am sorry.
Oh, right here, Derek. You stand right
Yes.
here. Good morning.
Morning.
I'd like to introduce you to Derek Pritt. He is the new IT technician for the Monongalia County Commission, and he started this past Monday, the 17th.
Move for approval.
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any discussion since you want to say anything?
Well, I had our IT process meeting this morning, and Jeff participated, and I'm happy to have him on board and start providing some help to our IT department as this department continues to grow. So Derek's the important piece to that team, and welcome aboard.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you
Okay,
all.
properly moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
It passes. Great. We're also excited to see you here. Come on down and
The assessor's office would like to introduce Megan Goodnight, our new land book clerk, and her first day is today.
Move for approval.
Second.
properly moved and second, and all those excited and approved say aye.
Aye.
Sorry, but thank you
Welcome.
for your
Welcome.
understanding. Welcome. Where are you from, Megan?
I am originally from Martinsburg, West Virginia, but I've lived here for about 12 years.
Oh, okay. My daughter went to Shepherd.
Oh, okay. It's
Love
a great
the
school.
Love the area.
Yeah, it's a great school.
Love the area. Well, good. Well,
welcome to the
welcome.
county.
Thank you.
Yes. At this time, we will open up for comments from the public. And we will close it for comments from the public. Okay, Colleen Kuhn, we will open up for grants and other things.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have requests for reimbursements. I have the Day Report Center grant in the amount of $16,615.28. The Governor's Highway Safety Program impaired driving, $7,134.59. Click it or ticket for the Governor's Highway Safety Program in the amount of $1,692.99. And distracted driving in the amount of $1,513.37. And I also have, for the Governor's Highway Safety Program, the special conditions that they just sent for the coming fiscal year.
Move for approval.
Second.
Properly moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes. Thank you. Just leave it here for right now. Okay. Any correspondence?
No. We do have an announcement, though.
but we have an announcement.
Yes. Flu shots will be
Oh.
October the 4th for county employees from 8:30 to 10 o'clock. And they need to call you and schedule. They need to call into the office to Colleen and schedule. And a notice will be going out today. Okay.
What time was that again?
From 8:30 to 10.
Okay,
They need to bring a copy of their insurance card with them if they do not have it.
gotcha. Okay.
Which card?
The medical.
One of three.
Medical.
Yeah, option. That was very
And that
good.
is October 4th, correct?
Correct.
All right, thank you.
Okay, seeing no correspondence, any unfinished business?
No.
Seeing no unfinished business, we'll move to new business. Consideration of requisition number 21 for the University Town Center Economic Opportunity Development District sub-account.
And this is the transfer of the increment to the trustee for payment on the bonds. And it is totals $365,293.61.
Move for approval?
Second.
Properly moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
The second is to consider the approval of funding for non-emergency transportation for those individuals formerly served by In Touch and Concern not to exceed $10,000. Carried. Do I have a motion for that?
Move to approve?
Second.
Properly moved in second. I thought, rather than, I was going to do it in my report, but I thought we'd just do an update. In your packet, you have the information. I also have the actual here if you want to look at it. I'm real pleased that this morning at 6 o'clock we finalized everything. A meeting was held yesterday with Visiting Homemakers, Easy Transport, United Way, and myself to work out a temporary contract. This contract now will be, the contract is more of an agreement. I don't want to say it's a contract. It's an agreement that the city last night did come through. I want to thank the city of Morgantown and Paul Brake, who supported the issue to give us $4,000. We are putting in $6,000, which will go for 10 weeks, and the cost, to offset the cost of the vans and the drivers. This agreement will now go through November 30th. Before, if you remember, it only was through October. And invoices will be sent to the county, and you can see the first invoice. Easy Transport has begun transporting the Medicaid individuals. As of Monday, we kept it quiet because we wanted to see how it would run, and so far, it's going well, and they've agreed to do this until November 30th. Wheelchair citizens at this time need to call Logisticare to get another service that they have, Logisticare is providing from the Northern Panhandle. PACE workers will now be transported through PACE. And then on October 18th, a committee of the above individuals I had mentioned, plus a city council member or city manager, we will meet to review the progress of the program. If the program is running smoothly, which I believe it will, Visiting Homemakers has agreed to set up a contract, and that's where the contract will be, with them and Easy Transport for 3 years to be the nonprofit to oversee the program. They will also do the reassurance calls. Now, this is, and I gave this to Ben because it's really important that the newspaper has this. Here are the two numbers for Logisticare, for Medicaid pickups, and for private pay pickup. There's two separate numbers. Please notice there is no number that says Tom Bloom or the County Commission or Visiting Homemakers. It's only these two numbers to call, and that's what we're asking you to do. We have also made it real clear again that those are the only two numbers, and I do want to explain this. What we found out, one of the problems that was developing is someone will schedule a pickup time, say they need to be picked up at 1 o'clock and then picked up at, say, 3:30 from the doctor's. What was going on was they didn't have a problem being picked up for the 1 o'clock appointment. They would get done in an hour, and they started calling Logisticare and so on and everyone to come get them. Well, the way the system is now set up, and it should be, they will put it in the system, and if they're able to get them early, they will. But if not, they're doing like a route, so they might have 8 people on that route. So there may be some concerns in the beginning that they're not getting picked up earlier because they didn't request to be picked up earlier at the time. So really, we believe the scheduling, we have everything worked out. We are in the midst right now of negotiating. We found 2 vans, and if the 2 vans come available, I've been working with Rich from the State Department, then we may be able to get them. So this could really alleviate this situation. Right now, we will have 4 vans and 1 large car or something, I don't know what you call it, like something else. It's forked vans and something else that they're using. And it's working right now, and we hope that this helps and moves forward. I don't know what you call it, because I would call it a van too, but they didn't call it a van. It's a special something else vehicle.
Couple procedural questions,
Sure.
Tom. So when I understand if their appointment's done early, but what happens, I mean, you're talking doctor's appointments, most of the time they're gonna run later. So do they still get served?
Yes,
If
they
they're-
will get served. That's why I think they ask, really, the problem has not been the lateness in any time, because I believe that
They
people
probably
give
put a
an
buffer
extra, they give an extra time. The other reason that there's an incentive for Easy Transport to do it within a half hour, they lose funding if they're not in the pickup within that half-hour window. So there's a real need and interest to do that. You're right, that is something we're going to monitor and watch and see what happens.
So the second question is procedural in regards to our part. So
Yes.
we're putting a not to exceed $10,000 limit out there, but the city is going to pay us
$4,000.
We need to invoice them, or
Well, what we're going to do is, as soon as we get the second invoice, we will, well, we can do it either way. I mean, we can
Well,
take we'll let you all decide. But right now, even though we set up to 10, I'm asking only to put 6,000
our
in at this time.
participation is 6.
6, but
we're
we
gonna-
have a cushion just in case some emergency comes up, which I don't believe, and I gave my word to the city manager and to Easy that we are doing it only for 2 months. We will not go past there, and if so, then we will turn it back to Logistic Care and let them try and resolve the issue. But I believe within 4 weeks, we're going to be able to resolve this issue. And I'm pleased, and I think you've all received phone calls that they're very pleased that we stepped in, and I'm looking forward, hopefully, knock on wood, this works. So at that time,
Yeah, sounds good.
okay, no other comments, then call for the question. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Great. Thank you very much for your support on this. Are there any other new business items?
I just have one.
Okay.
I spoke with Ms. Palmer from the tax office last week. She had gotten a call from Huntington Bank, and they were holding collateral for an account that they thought was associated with the county commission, but in fact it was the deputy sheriff's account that they have for their own operation. But they were still holding collateral on our behalf, which they don't need to do, but they needed a letter from the commission to release that. So I just typed up a simple letter asking for the release of the collateral, since we no longer have county accounts with Huntington Bank.
Do I have a motion to approve the letter?
Motion to approve the letter and the president signing.
Second.
Proper moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Pass. Good. Okay. Any other new business?
No, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
I didn't.
No, I'm sorry.
Reports from elected officials. Carrie? Okay. I do want you to know that there was a program on the radio, and they mentioned you because the Secretary of State was very proud and talking about the things you have done and how progressive Mon County was, and that went statewide. So I did want you to know he was promoting your department. So it was nice to hear something statewide positive. So I did want you to know that. Reports from county commissioners. Ed, I think it's your turn.
Well, last Wednesday, we did have planning commission welcoming our newly appointed board member. We still have an opening, I believe, or two on the planning commission, so
Yeah.
people that have an interest in this might apply. Thursday morning, I attended the MPO officers meeting. That's on our workforce discussions, so there was nothing new that came out of that. And in the evening, I joined Commissioner Bloom for the grand opening of the Scholar Hotel in downtown Morgantown. Friday was the Region 6 Development Workforce. That was at PACE, a really good meeting on an update, which I can give to you guys later as to what they're doing relative to trying to make sure that, I think the biggest issue they were having were that people who were applying for food stamps or SNAP or other assistance were coming in, applying, but not following through with the application to actually be enabled to get a job. They were there just simply for one process only, and that was not to be done. So this problem is being corrected at that level, so that everything's being done to what it's supposed to be. I did make an appearance at the Wine and Jazz Festival. That's their 25th anniversary. I'm really proud of it because I did recruit that festival to come to Camp Muffley from Chestnut Ridge. Now, I don't say that I stole it from another park, but the logistics at Chestnut Ridge were working against that particular festival because of the parking, and by moving it to this particular park was enabled to really let it grow over these years. Yesterday, the construction meeting on the new extension and 4-H Center was held. We're doing a no-rain dance, reference Woodstock, because we really need to have no rain. This is hindering the progress of what we're trying to do right now, but it has not stopped it. Tomorrow evening is the Airport Appreciation. Friday, we have the Jail Bill Working Group to meet, and then I have my Historical Society meet in the evening. So a busy week.
Thank you.
Beginning from since last meeting, last Thursday, we had our Development Authority meeting. It was a good meeting. And then Thursday night, I had the meeting with the Valley Falls PSD. I believe that's a Marion County PSD.
Right.
But we have right on the border, we have, and Joe Statler asked me to participate because he's been talking to these families who've been trying to get on water service out there. But they're Mon County citizens, and the PSD is willing to bring them along. It's just a long process. So Joe wasn't able to participate, so he asked me to go, and I went, and I learned a lot about Valley Falls PSD in that area of the county. Then last Friday, I had lunch with Dr. Smith and the Board of Health President, San Chico. And Friday night, I went to the UHS Willing Park football game, which was a great game. Unfortunately, UHS lost in the last couple seconds, but there's a lot of good football to watch here in the county. Then over the weekend was the band spectacular, where we had all the county schools participated. I think all the county schools participated, middle school, high school, in performing at the stadium, in addition to a lot of schools from outside the area that came down to participate. This week we had I couldn't make the construction meeting because I had our airport red team meeting was on Tuesday, and again, it was a good, productive meeting, and I can talk to you guys about some of the details in our staff reports. This morning, as I mentioned earlier, I had our IT progress meeting, and I'm really happy to have the new individual on board, and even the meeting this morning, there was a lot of action items that we checked off that, things are moving. So I'm excited about having the extra staff on board. Friday, I have lunch with Don Robinson. If you guys remember, Don was the one that brought the Mon County Baseball Classic to us last year. And he's already has some ideas he wants to bounce off me for next year to make it bigger and better. One of the ideas he has is making it a fundraiser, but to raise money for the Miracle Field in Stepping Stone. So I'm looking forward to talking to Don and see what he has to, what ideas he wants to bring forward. And then, as Commissioner Hawkins mentioned, we have the working group, the Jail Bill Working Group, meeting in the afternoon. In general, I'd like to wish Joe Statler health, or continued health, as he's rehabbing from a medical issue. But I can tell you guys all that it's hard to keep him down. I've been in contact with him a lot since last week, and he is still, though he's supposed to be home resting, he's still very engaged in a lot of different things. So I wish Joe continued health as he moves along the road to recovery. So.
Thank you. Saturday, we had at the ice skating rink, we had our food giveaway. Over 182 families and 800 citizens participated. I do want to give a shout out to St. Francis Middle School. They volunteered, and they were amazing. These students worked the entire time, and I really am very appreciative of what they did. Then I went over to the Osage Fair, and I want you to know, I was shocked to see Joe walking down the street, and he looks fine. I mean, he looks fine, and he said he was doing well. And Also, the people from Osage were very appreciative of what we're trying to do with the park, and they're very pleased with it, working with them. Monday, I did get to go hear Senator Manchin speak at the chamber, and I do want to bring up one issue that he brought up that would affect us, and I think it's very exciting. He is pushing a bill that would put 1 penny per every milligram for every narcotic that is developed, and then use those funds specifically for treatment centers, and the money here to go for post-treatment centers, which is one of the biggest problems. So aftercare. So that's something that we hope it happens. Tuesday, Renetta and I went to the Youth Services Center, and we had a great conversation with them, and I think our relationship is very strong with them, and really glad that we went to go there. And I believe that is it. Everything's going real well. Went to the Scholar Hotel. I mean, real thrilled that the person from Philadelphia, I can say, is putting funds in this area, and he's looking to do more development in Mon County. I did hook him up with a couple investors in Mon County and possibly the Western TIF, and he's very interested in, and I'm really pleased that happened. Oh, one final thing we forgot to mention. I worked the station on Sunday, the Morgantown Marathon, and kudos and shouts out to Jamie Summerlin. I am just amazed, and as the people came by the 17-mile marker from the different countries, New Zealand, China, Japan, it was unbelievable. And the man who had just run a marathon in Dayton, Ohio the day before, and he stopped to talk to us, and he had some expletive deleted words to say because he didn't realize how hard it was, this one, and he went out the night before between drinking wine and stayed up very late, and he was mentioning Jamie's name the whole time as he was running. But it was a great race, and again, kudos to Jamie, so I just want to pass that on. Do I have a motion to?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Properly moved and second. We be gone.